Hello, I'm back with another part of my Master of Time playthrough. Last time we explored the village of Abello. I had some technical difficulties with transparencies on my emulator, which I'm still having. And we found a little bit of everything to get us started. An ocarina, some Deku nuts, which will be completely useless, but I'll have them for the sake of having them. We got a bottle. We stole a shield from the warehouse, and also a bracelet from a tomb. But in this part, we're going to tackle Scrub Cliff and get through the Temple of Agility that's up top, right here. So in the last part, when I was here, I forgot to bring the bracelet, which you will need to get anywhere, because technically you can buy bombs in the shop, but you won't have a bag to use them. So the game won't even let you get them. Which 5 wouldn't be enough for this whole dungeon area anyway. Hmm. You know, I wonder if you could. I actually think you probably could get that with just your regular bomb flower. Let's try, I think. Never hurts. Ooh, man, double. That's the thing, the game likes to reward you for exploring. Or rewards a gold sculpture. Again, I'm only going for 50. If I find more beyond that, then so be it. And there's a heart piece down there. But we're not going to be able to get it for a minute or two. No, you can't sequence break. As much as you'd like to. I imagine with glitches you probably could, but... Now, we'll want to use this to break these. Well, that didn't exactly work, did it? And even on top of that, you'd still have to drop another one. Because the skull wall tools. Actually, I wonder if they have a different description too. Oh, that one doesn't have them. It's the others that do. Still, it's a little shortcut for the next time we come here. Which will probably be really late. Oh, well. I wonder if that was a trap. you'll want to recenter your camera a whole lot. Oh, you almost got me that time. If you get close to it, it will hide in the grass. Now that's pretty much a vanilla description. It's funny how he changed the first one and then didn't hardly do anything with the others. Anyway, this might be an important cave to go in. Huh. Tripping over. Don't hurt yourself. Hey, look at this stone. There's a song written on it. It looks like a bunch of violin. Last Rampart song. Oh yeah, I already heard about this one. Some magic blocks react to this song. They disappear or reappear when you play it near them. It's sometimes used to block access to hidden things. And graphical glitch that I don't know how to pronounce. You will need to memorize it. Do you think you're able to? Bitch, at this point I've memorized like 20 songs. Okay. A lot of songs are quite similar. Nice. Now let's get out of this damn cave. Actually, I like damn caves, thank you very much. And yeah, obviously with the magic meter you get a full spin attack. Good place to stock up if you really need to, but there's nothing else hidden here. I guess if you didn't steal the shield, you could always buy it with the money you find in here, but it's almost like you put an invisible wall there just to throw you off. But I'm almost certain it's possible. Yeah. Largely pointless one, I think. You could have gotten there from down here. Still, I suppose it's a speedrun tactic, huh? And this is where we'll need it. This is why we needed the ocarina. Also, this is like only one of 2 times you'll use that song. It's crazy, isn't it? Weird emulation hiccup on that one. Anyway, let's go get that heart piece. He'll just jump off the cliff. This is going to be good practice for the next dungeon. Because it's the Temple of Agility, so... That's the 4th one, so... We could start the first dungeon with a full heart right off the bat. Only to have to reclimb the whole thing again, because... Apparently, backtracking is always fun. It can be, if you do it right. In some ways, this hack does it really well, because not today. I keep hearing a... Oh, I think I know where it is. Yeah. And that's number 4. Now, unlike the last one, that heart piece, we're not going to have to backtrack too far. Actually, I don't even think you have to jump for it. You might have to. Anyway, with the dungeon open, we should probably go ahead and get in there. Huh. Who built this place, I wonder? We never find out. Anyway, it's the Temple of Agility. Now, my first time, I actually got stumped on this area room. Because, I mean, you need a key to get there. That's blocked. There ain't no way to get up there right now. So you're thinking, oh, we're probably going to get bombs or something. But remember what we were told. We need something to light the torches near the beginning. In order to get to a bellow field. So what we do here is... Oh. Huh. They don't aim like they do in the Majora's Mask. Ain't that something? But we just use these vines and climb around a little bit. And if you don't have just enough momentum, you won't make it. That's the overall theme of this dungeon. Jumping. Who put platformer in my Zelda? Fortunately, there's no bunny hood to make it easier like in The Missing Link, so you'll have to do it yourself. And we don't have bombs to make it easier either. Did we even get anything for this? We didn't. Can you believe that? You make it all the way to the side and you get nothing. Unless you're supposed to... Well, I'm not going to spoil it. You'll see it later anyway. Anyway, looks like we'll have to do the other side. And then sometimes things just don't register. Despite it being exactly how it should have been. Alright, see, that's starting to frustrate me. What's in here anyway? Oh, a pot. A fairy. Well, we might need it. It's better to have it than not, right? Now you're wondering, do we ever get rid of that letter in the other bottle? No, you don't. However, there is Okay, seriously, why isn't that working? That's starting to frustrate me. And obviously, if you try and jump slash to extend it, it's not going to work. Yeah, that's going to be a pain in my ass. It's like you got to be on the very edge with just the right momentum. And you have to be like dead center. That's one thing I don't like. That feels almost artificial. And then, naturally, the angle, you have to make that jump. And we're only getting started. So I'm wondering how terribly this one's going to go. Alright, let's try this again, because... at least I nailed it that time. Also, rolling doesn't seem to extend your jump length like Majora's Mask does. So, that opens the way, but... I kind of want that sculpture. Ugh. You know what? We'll come back later for it. It'll be a little easier to get later. Well, let's see if I can get a triple. Well, hey, that didn't fail me, did it? That's a common theme here. A lot of jumps are just barely makeable. That looks ominous. In reality, it's not. Alright. This right here is gonna be like one of the main puzzles that we're gonna get. Now the thing is, I could bomb sacrifice, but like that's not really recommended when you only have like 4 hearts. Yeah, I would have been better off bomb sacrificing than that. Alright, I'm just gonna toss it away because that was terrible. Honestly, I think this is probably one of the it's one of the harder dungeons in the hack. In terms of like puzzles. It's alright, we're not hurting still. I mean, I have that theory if I absolutely need it, so. I've never quite understood, but stabbing a Wolfos in the back always seems to kill them. If anyone could tell me what that's up with, I mean, how that works, I'd actually like to know. Because I found that slashing them doesn't always work, but a stab does. Also, this transparency works just fine, so... Anyway, our reward for this little room is the key. And it doesn't reflect, but in this hack you almost never have more than a single key. So, I mean, I suppose you can't fault him for that. However, one thing I kind of wonder if it's actually possible. Can we get some actual maps? This is literally the only thing we get. Every single room. It would have been better just giving us a plain. Because the thing is, like, some things in this hack have been edited from their vanilla counterparts, but nothing so much is hugely different. Here's another one of the little puzzle rooms. I wonder what we're gonna get. Well, obviously, as you heard me in the beginning, I have played this fruit away. I do know. So now we get our little tight ropes. Or little thin bridges. However you want to describe them. Also, yeah, you might notice the DQ nut max is 15. And I've already failed. It's alright. I guess if you didn't have analog support on your controller, this would actually be really easy. Oh, maybe not, because then you'd have to worry with... You know, I haven't been checking the monsters to see if they're actually getting different descriptions. Maybe I should look into those. Obviously, we've already seen what this guy's deal is. And as you can see, yeah, there's already a heart piece. Even some of the dungeons in this hack have heart pieces. Although it's not a terribly common occurrence. So what did we get? I think it opened the door down there. Yeah. And our reward is the next key. Honestly, why that wasn't just in a chest at the top is beyond me. It's not like we're getting the hook shot for a while. Padding. Enemies respawn, but yeah, the mad scrub's no different. Getting my jump slash practice in now because it'll be a useful skill later. And here's my least favorite puzzle of the entire dungeon. It's not the scrub. I suppose that's a good use for the nut. Especially considering it gets refunded. Now, we gotta blow that up with this bomb. You know what the game expects, right? expects you to know you can pick up a bomb you've already set down. And you have to do it just right. And you have to be accurate too. So. Although, I mean, it's not too bad if you get your timing down. That gets us into this area. Well, before we go up, let's check what's around. Because we did hear a skulltula earlier. And sure enough, we found one. Now, due to this hack not really fixing some things, it won't tell you if you found all the skulltulas in a dungeon or a location, so if you are going for all of them, you might want to be as thorough as you can. Now, I think the worst of the dungeon's behind us. Ooh, an ice switch. Well, I think that tells you what you're getting now. Anyway. Might not look like you can climb that, but you can. Anyway, let's just make sure we look around carefully, because we don't want to miss anything. I want to get as many skulltulas as I can in the early game. 50 is still a hard piece, but really what we want is the bigger wallets. 20's also got a different reward. But anyway, here's our big item. Or at least, it tries to make you think it's the big item. It is the bow. As if the eye switch didn't really spoil what you were going to get. And yeah, you only get 25 arrows. Now, this isn't a terrible thing. I mean, if you think of like Skyward Sword and how it only gave you 20, I think even the DS games only gave you like 22, so it's not entirely unheard of. I think we can make that, but I want to go one step further. Press F if this doesn't work. Well, I guess that's just a try again, isn't it? Alright. Ah, yeah, that's something I think I should point out. Trying to grab lunches is kind of glitchy sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you'll make a fool of yourself. That was all free. Fortunately, we ain't got to deal with that again. The real problem is getting lost without a map, but I think we're in the right way. Right now, we can technically finish the dungeon, but there's a couple of things I want to get. One is the items behind that one door that we couldn't get into before. That's why I wanted to try and make that jump, try and be a little clever. It didn't work, obviously, but You'll see why. This gets us back into this room, which is an even tighter rope. Now, if you fall from here, I feel sorry for you. Reward, the small reward is the Skulltula. The second is the heart piece. Also, that's kind of mean. Ah, bastard. I'll be back when I get to that point. Alright, I'm back. Let's see how badly I messed this one up. Although, I think I got it this time. Your second and larger reward is the heart piece. Honestly, it doesn't matter if I fall at this point. It might actually be faster, but... Alright, let's go back where we came from this time. Now, the way forward is here. If you know where to aim, you don't exactly have to use the second set. You just have to aim well. He says as he gets rejected repeatedly. But we gotta go up here anyway, so we can get that. Trust me, we'll light those torches when we get done. If you're a good shot, you can actually hit it from here. As you'll see. As I say, I don't do. I could have sworn that if you shot a bomb in this game, it... that's... Alright, maybe I'm too far away. We gotta get the Skulltula anyway, so... It ain't the end of the world. Well... Worked. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to light the torches. Alright, hold on. And you might be thinking, well, what do we get for this? The answer's kind of simple. It's not what we seek, though. We just get another heart piece, which is nice to have. You might think you have to make that jump all the way over here, but you don't. Now, this is the revenge to puzzle from that one small room, but I don't think it's anywhere near as mean. The reason I say that is, like, for example, the first one, you only have to throw it. And you can already get to the end. Ah. Come on. Poke your head out. There you go. The second is jumping, throwing. Yeah, as you can see, it's a somewhat meaner puzzle. And your reward is a sculpture if you can get it. It's pretty absolute by finding the bomb bag, though. I'll try one more time just to... Well, that didn't work. Let me try one more time for real. Basically, eh. Actually, I might as well just finish them off. Maybe get some arrows. That'll help on the boss. You don't need arrows for the boss, but you'll see why I said we wanted to work on our jump slashes. I don't know. I really want to get this. Because as you can see, you can't... I don't think you can make that second jump. I mean, you can if you had the hover boots, but... And we have a pair, but they're not an equipable pair, I guess. Alright, see, that one would have worked. And if you don't throw it the right time, that happens too. I mean, I don't know if I want to wuss out and just do it with bomb bag later, but I mean, it'd give me a reason to show off a little weird wrong warp, but okay, I promise this is the last time. Again, he says, but without throwing it the second time. I suppose you could also get with the hook shot, but alright, I'm not going to keep going. I'm just wasting your time at this point. And this is the last little room. It's something of a shooting gallery. Good place to stock up on everything. And you don't have to worry about running out of arrows. The grass will regrow. So just time your shots well. Also, I guess shots pierce. Alright, I think that one just went straight through him. No, the arrows shoot a lot faster than... There we go. So your reward is getting to open that. And like I said, we can just refill right here. So It's a good place to stock up if you're low on stuff. The only thing you won't find here is a fairy. That was at the very entrance. So the trick we gotta do here, I don't know if that was bug tested, but the fact that that's an actual possibility is kind of funny. And just light the torch, and that's it. Well, actually, I lied. There's 2 more you have to hit. And if you don't do it just right, then I think I overshot it. There we go. So you might be wondering after all this, what kind of glorious boss are we going to get? Looks like an arena, but what? It's a Stoutfoss, and this early in the game. This is why I said you're going to want to learn your jump slash. It's also why we wanted the fairy. Because as you can see, if you, well, even if you'd found all the heart pieces up to this point, you'd only have 2 hits at best. It's also why we got the shield. Still. Oh. See, that's kind of mean. They use the respawning one. Also, your shield doesn't always work. So it's a good thing I had the fairy. Although this time he is down for good. And your reward is a nut. Just kidding, there's actually something serious. But the reward is still kind of underwhelming. It's the fire arrow. It still costs the same amount of magic. It still does the same thing. And no, as I mentioned earlier, no heart container waiting for us here. You just get to go back to the entrance. That's it. And we get the Stone of Agility. It proves your agility. How? By slaying a skeleton? Let's go to a Bellow Town. Now, we could go back in and get the Skulltula there, but I've got a reason to come back anyway. Where was the entrance again? Oh, see? The textures are just start blending in with one another. And this is why we need the fire arrows. Anyway, that's been it for this part. We're gonna go ahead and head to Bellatown in the next episode and maybe figure out what we need to do to save the world. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. This has been Mark. I'm out.